Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about losing weight through calorie deficit and where you're going wrong or where you may be going wrong and why you may not be losing weight. So if you're interested to hear what I've got to say, then just continue to watch. Hi guys, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Juliette and I do new videos on this channel every week. I do lots of beauty, fashion, lifestyle hauls, healthy lifestyle videos, you name it, I do it. So if that's the kind of thing you're interested in, there is a little subscribe button down there in red somewhere. I would love for you to click that and stick around. It's completely free and entirely up to you, and I'm almost at 50,000 subscribers, so literally each one of you count, honestly. If you are one of my lovely subscribers returning, thank you so much for coming back. And without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. So before we go any further, this video is kindly sponsored by HelloFresh. So yeah, I'll be talking about those a little bit later in an ad break with some codes for you guys, but I've worked with them on several occasions because they are an amazing subscription company that deliver fresh ingredients straight to your door, and I feel like they really fit in with these kind of videos. So yeah, I'll be talking about them later on in the video, but just thought I would let you know first thing. Okay. If you are somebody who's thinking, I am doing everything right, why am I not losing weight? If you are feeling like you are restricting, you're feeling like you are hungry all the time, if you aren't seeing results, this is the video for you. I have lost over 3 stone through calorie deficit and weight training over the last 2 years, and I'm here to help you get over some of those problems. First of all, disclaimer, I am not a qualified nutritionist, I am not a qualified personal trainer. I am merely speaking from experience. My husband happens to be a qualified personal trainer and a manager at a gym, so obviously I get a lot of information through him. I have learned a hell of a lot over my own journey, but just transparency, I am not qualified in the area. It's just that I've learned myself through doing. First thing that I want to say is, no matter what diet you are doing, calories in versus calories out works. Okay, it doesn't matter whether you're doing Slimming World, Weight Watchers, keto, who are some of the others, one-to-one diets, Atkins, doesn't matter. Each of those actually goes on the calories in versus calories out. So it is really important to know what food you are putting into your body and also know what you are burning. But the science doesn't lie, and those are the fundamentals. And if you just want to lose weight, you could literally stop this video right there and follow that advice and it would work. You don't have to watch anymore. That is literally how it works. And if you are not still losing weight and you feel like you are doing that, then let's delve a little bit deeper. First of all, healthy foods. One thing that I have learned throughout this journey is there is no such thing as a healthy or unhealthy food. Everything is okay to eat in moderation. You haven't got to restrict yourself on anything that you enjoy eating. However, it is important to know what kind of macronutrients are in the food you're eating. And the reason for this is the world has gone crazy with everything healthy. The fitness and health industry, it's like $1 billion industry. You know, everybody is trying to sell you the quickest and fastest way to lose weight, telling you to eat this, telling you to eat that. I'm here to tell you that it doesn't really matter at the start what you eat. And some people may disagree with that, but at the same time, it is calories in versus calories out. However, you want to make sure that you are eating things that are high density and low in calorie, which means that keeps you fuller for longer. For example, a lot of people might think healthy things are like orange juice, which is really high in calories, really high in sugar. Avocado, really high in fat, really high in calories. Nuts, really high in fat, really high in calories. Now, these are seemed to be healthy fats. Yes, they are really high in calories. However, they are really high in calories because they are full of good fats. So everything that you put into your body has different roles. So you might see your pages flooded with people eating avocado and think, right, that's really healthy, I'm going to eat loads of avocado. But what you don't realise is avocado is really high in calories. So you could be eating that every day and not even realise how much you are going over your calories because it's high in fat, it's high in calories. Same with nuts. A tiny handful of nuts, they are so high in calories. People think nuts are amazing, and I'm not saying that nuts aren't good for you, but I'm saying if you're doing a calorie controlled lifestyle, you have to be careful with things like that are high in calories for low volume. So you could have a handful of nuts and that is literally the same as eating a huge meal. So yeah, first thing I'm going to say is be wary of healthy foods, this healthy lifestyle. You know, you have to be very careful with what people are selling you on the internet, what you might think is branded healthy. The next one is when people say to me, I hardly eat anything, I hardly snack, why am I not losing weight? I don't understand. Okay, first of all, my biggest piece of advice for this would be track your calories. Even though some people will say it's boring, I don't think it's boring. I think it's a very healthy way of living life to know what you are putting in your body. People are so hell-bent on supplements and vitamins and having things that haven't got you know, artificial flavourings and sweeteners, and really concerned about those kind of things. Yet I still get people say to me it's unhealthy to count calories, but I only see it as the same thing. Like, everybody should find it very important to know what we're putting into our body. So you really do need to track your calories. And the reason I say this is because there are so many things that hold hidden calories. It could be the coffees that you're drinking, orange juice in the morning. It could be the fact that you're drinking more alcohol on a weekend. You know, you could be not tracking your alcohol. There are so many hidden calories in things. If you track them for a couple of weeks, you will be able to see what is in stuff. And another point that I want to make on this is also, I watched this TikTok the other day. I'm going to see if I can pop it on the screen now for you to watch. So this is a great example of when people think they are not eating anything versus when people say to me, like, how do you go on that many calories? And I'm like, I do eat quite a lot. Like, I snack a lot. I make sure I plan my meals. Some days I will eat like 1 meal a day. So I will fast and then I will have all my calories on an evening, because that is what works for me. Everybody is different. But what you really need to focus on is what is in your food, and then maybe you will realise where you are going wrong. Just a great example of this, bringing HelloFresh into this video. Okay, so this is an example of an HelloFresh meal I ate the other day, which was 565... Samson can smell what I've got up here, which was 565 calories per portion, per serving for my evening meal. Okay, so that is what I ate, and that is equivalent to this much Galaxy. So you can either have that whole meal that is here, or that much Galaxy throughout the day. Okay, not saying that you only eat chocolate, but that meal is the same as this. So if I want to eat that meal and then have a high protein dessert, which I eat a lot of these, this one is 100 calories, which is basically that on top. So that whole meal, and this is a dessert, or that much chocolate. And it is just about the type of food that you're eating. So there is so many calories when people say I'm not eating enough. Maybe you're just eating the wrong type of calories, because if you can eat things that are in lower calorie, higher density, you'll be fuller for longer. So speaking of HelloFresh, this is where I will talk to you a little bit HelloFresh today. So thank you so much firstly to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. If you don't know, HelloFresh are a subscription service that delivers fresh ingredients directly to your door, such as this one. This one, by the way, is higher in calories, but I would highly recommend it. Matt cooked me this the other day, which was the sun-dried tomato, crumbed salmon and chorizo jam. This whacks in at a massive 1,000 calories per serving, but I tell you what, it was worth every single calorie. I really enjoyed it. So what HelloFresh is you get your delivery, you get all your ingredients. For me, HelloFresh works because of the whole calorie counting things. It is so easy to be able to have those ingredients already portioned out, and it gives you exactly how many calories are in the meal on the back. And for me, that is amazing. So I have a lot of meals that I cook for myself and for my family, which I already have worked out, so I know that it's going to fit into my healthy lifestyle. But it's also really nice to try new things and not have to work everything out while you're in the shop. And this is where HelloFresh really comes in useful to me. So if you would like to try HelloFresh, I will leave my code below. I've got a QR code, so I'll leave on the screen. Also my code below, which is Mrs. Dud 50. This will get you 50% off your first box, 20% off the next 2 months, and guys, it's back, free desserts for life. I tried this week the Goo Zillionaire cheesecake. was really nice. So yeah, if you do want to give HelloFresh a go, I'll make sure I leave my code below for you. Highly recommend it. Would love to hear if any of you guys have tried it and to see what you think. And yeah, let's get straight back into the video. And this is going to tie right into my next one. When people say I'm hungry all the time, I can't maintain this lifestyle. Okay, firstly I want to say is when you start reducing or restricting your calories compared to what you've done before, it is going to feel hard. You are going to feel hungry. You are putting less food in and fuel into your body that it is used to. So that first few days, the first week, that is going to be the hardest. But if you can get through that first week, it will start getting easier and easier and easier because your body will adapt. You're not going to starve. The body is remarkably efficient at using stored fat for energy. But yes, you may feel tired, you may feel lethargic. Your body isn't used to it. And also this is where the science behind everything really, really helps, because you want to make sure you are eating the right types of food. So when I discussed earlier about healthy foods and knowing what is in what, one thing that really, really, really helps me is protein-rich foods. You will hear a lot of people talk about protein, especially people like myself who go to the gym and do resistance training, and that is because protein is one of the main things that's used to build muscle. However, protein is also really, really useful for another reason, and that is because it is absorbed through the body into the bloodstream the slowest of everything. So every single food has a thing called the glycemic index, and what this is, it's not complicated. It is basically just saying how quickly the energy from that food gets absorbed into the bloodstream. So things that are really high in sugar will get absorbed really, really fast. And that means it spikes your insulin and you get a rush of energy, but then you also get a drop in energy quite quickly. And if you are like one of these people who wear like a glucose monitor, or you're somebody who's diabetic, you will notice, because it's something that will spike your insulin really quick. So with protein, it has got a very, very low glycemic index, which means it is slowly absorbed into the body throughout the day. That's why it is really important to have protein in your meals, because it will keep you feeling fuller for longer, but also it's a really good thing to have in breakfasts. A lot of people will have things that are very carb heavy in the morning, like bread, cereals, things like that. Cereals especially, like full of sugar. And I'm not saying again it's unhealthy, but it will also give you that peak and trough. It will give you a spike and a crash, and therefore when you are really hungry and you're feeling hungry all the time, it is the type of food that you are eating. I would highly recommend introducing quite a lot of protein into your diet, especially on a breakfast if you are a breakfast person. Like I say, with myself, I tend to fast through breakfast. I'm not a breakfast person, I never have been, and so it works for me because I don't get that then spike. If I eat something in the morning like toast, like a bowl of cereal, I am so hungry when it comes to like 10, 11 o'clock, because I've had that spike and then my body is craving something again. So really, really listen to your body. Look at things that have got a lower glycemic index. So you want to be looking things that are fuller, more full of protein. HelloFresh do protein rich foods, which I also do. Either click on the Calorie Smart or the protein rich, because I always want to get as much protein as I can. The one thing I always work on is a 10% protein to calorie ratio. So say you are on 2,000 calories a day, I will always aim for 10% of that in protein grams. So 2,000 calories would mean 200 grams of protein. If you do that with most foods that you eat, you are finding that you are eating a sufficient amount of protein. It will keep you fuller for longer, it will stop any insulin spikes, and it will really help you with your hunger pangs when you're first starting to live a calorie controlled lifestyle. The last one I want to talk about is cheat days. How many people do I know that say, but I don't understand, I eat really, really healthy throughout the week, all I do is I have like a takeaway on the weekend, and I sit here and I just think, oh my gosh, like this is where it frustrates me the most, because kind of like a busy fool scenario. By restricting yourself to the point where you are not satisfied throughout your meals in the week, and then you are binging on the week, not necessarily binging, but then you are having those calories that you worked so hard to save in the week on the weekend. And let me just explain this a little bit easier for you. Standard science, it takes 3,500 calorie deficit. Listen to that again, 3,500 calories in a deficit to lose 1 pound of fat. Let's just break that down even further. You need to be in a 500 calorie deficit every day for 7 days to lose 1 pound. So if you are somebody who, say, your calories that you are needing to eat every day is, say, 2,000 calories, and you are in a 500 calorie deficit of 2,000 calories every day, so you eat 2,000 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you are now in 2,500 worth of calorie deficit. Okay, so you are on a really good track. Friday comes, you have a glass of wine and a takeaway. You may then find that you are at 2,500 calories, literally like that. Sunday comes around, you go out for a carvery with your family, you have another glass of wine, another 500 calories over. That's 1,000 calories that you've now kind of got back over the weekend. So now, from your really good 2,500 calorie deficit, you have then gone over on your weekend and you're now only in a 1,500 calorie deficit from the whole week. So yes, you will still lose weight. You've got to be in a deficit of 3,500 for 1 pound. It would technically take you 3 weeks of doing that to lose 1 pound, which a lot of people will see as a really, really slow progression. I think a lot of people who want to go onto a weight loss journey are probably looking at wanting to lose a pound a week, which is doable if you stick to your calories Monday to Sunday. But the one piece of advice I tend to give people all the time is do not restrict your calories so low that it is unmaintainable, because you have to do it in a way that it is able to be sustainable for life. Not just for Monday to Friday and then you're that hungry, you're binging on a weekend. It is not good for you, it's not good for your body, you are not getting the nutrition you need. You will start to see it in your hair, in your nails, in your skin. You still need to get those nutrients into the body, but you need to do it in a safe way, which is why monitoring your calories and doing it the right way is the best and healthiest way. It's not using crash diets, it's not using some ridiculously low calories. It's just monitoring what you're putting into your body and knowing what you're putting into your body and making it work for you. What I just want to say is make sure whatever you do in life, it is healthy and it's maintainable, because this is a lifestyle choice, not a quick fix. And trust me, I have had to learn the hard way. It is coming up to 3 years this year since I started my weight loss journey. And I know that people have lost weight a lot faster than I have. I know that it has taken a lot of time and a lot of effort, but I now feel like I can live like this and I can maintain it. And that is what's most important, being able to sustain it and being able to keep it up for life. Okay, so those are my tips. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And I would love for you to subscribe and stick around. And don't forget to use my code HelloFresh if you give it a go. I'll pop it here and leave the QR code on the screen for you guys. But yeah, until next time guys, take care. Bye.